don't have to go, but I'm gonna go. We'll still go to the wedding tomorrow. But you should go. So they took a break from the sound check, and they had this present that they wanted to give to Jeff Woods because of all the work he did to administer the tour fund. So they called up Jeff on stage. They gave him this, I think this was this great jacket.
Yeah.
And so he's up on stage, and everyone was applauding for him. And H happened to be standing right in front of Julie. And Julie called him over and said, H, this is Jeff Pelletier. And I remember thinking to myself, he's not going to know who I am. And immediately he goes, oh, the Idea Man? And I was like stunned that he knew who I was. So he like went to shake my hand. I went to shake his hand, and he goes, up you go. And he pulled me right up on stage. And I was like so flustered. I was like, holy crap. So Mark Kelly bought me a beer, and we chatted with the guys for a while. And
I mean, that's the one thing I will say. The band has been so kind to Jeff, and they've been so accessible. I mean, you've never taken advantage of that either, but they've always been very friendly to you. And
I don't know how they have the patience for it, because, you know, we may not number in the millions, but, you know, every Marillion fan is a diehard Marillion fan.
Right.
So that's chapter 2 of the story, if you're interested. The Carlsberg contest at the MTV Music Awards. So again on the Freaks list. So again, we're predating chat rooms still.
And Facebook and...
Yes, anti-social media.
Yes.
So so on the Freaks list, Lucy one day said, hey, Carlsberg Beer is doing this real interesting contest where they're having a best music fan contest. And she said, I'm sure there's a bunch of you out there that have great Marillion stories. Why don't you enter this contest? Here's the link. So I clicked on this link, and you know, I went to the website, and sure enough, you know, best music fans, do you have a great story about being a big fan of a band that you love? And I said, I've got a story, let's enter it.
Yep.
So I sent in the story of, you know, coming up with the idea for the tour fund and how we all together raised $60,000 for this band, and for the first time ever, a band toured without money from the music industry. And next thing I know, about a week later, my phone rings at work again. I work a lot.
Yeah.
My phone rings at work.
That's funny.
And yes, someone from Denmark is on the phone asking me if you know, if I'm Jeff Pelletier from the Marillion Tour Fund, and I was like, yeah. And she's like, I'm from Carlsberg Beer, and I was like, oh my God, Carlsberg Beer's calling me. Did I win this contest? And they were like, you know, the contest was only supposed to be for people from Europe, so, you know, it wasn't really open to anyone from the United States, but we just love this story of the Marillion Tour Fund so much that we want to name you the fan of honor and bring you out to Milan to go to the music awards, and we're gonna and we're gonna give you this award, the fan of honor. And I was like, you're kidding me. So,
and to see him do his own music versus seeing H do it was a very different experience, at least for me during it, because I got a much different vision of the songs, because Fish would enunciate and focus on different parts of the song, more the angry parts of the song, not the fun parts of the song type of thing.
I felt like Fish would have me in the palm of his hand, and he would command me to do his bidding.
Yes.
Whereas H would basically like create a connection with my soul
and
basically empathize with me, and just like transfer everything he's feeling directly into my heart.